Hello, hello. Good morning or afternoon.
Hi, everyone. How is everyone? I'm excited to be here on a Sunday. Woot, woot.
I'm looking at the chat. I'm being all quiet.
Oh, no, me too. I was
Hi,
like,
Dorian. I just enjoy so many birthdays today, this week. We had Ronald,
yeah.
a bunch of birthdays this week.
Yeah.
Hi, James.
Hi, Ronald. Hi, James. Greeter, Dorian.
It was it was Lola's birthday.
Yes.
Ronald's. Who else?
Not mine. Mine's next month. Hi, Pam and Jody. Lucy, and thank you for always having our backs. We appreciate you. Hi, Book. I always feel like, what's his name? Looking into the mirror. Hi, my friends. Do you remember that? And he would put a sweater on.
Who was it?
Be my neighbor. That guy.
Lori Sue. Hello, Bonnie. Okay, so just to touch in a little bit here, we have a lot. This week was good, but I feel like there's also a lot of people that with the dreaming, like crazy dreams, and what else that we've been
not sleeping.
Not sleeping. Yes, that's a big one, guys.
Yeah, that's been a big one. So not sleeping, feeling tired, but then getting to bed and going, boing. That was me last night. Not sleeping.
Yeah.
Kevin,
the mind keeps spinning.
Yeah.
And but then the dreams, and they're just crazy. And it's like you're awake and doing it's been really, really, sleepless. It's been rough.
Also, they're saying one of the things that, and we talked about this, I had to literally reach out to my sisters, which is Debbie and JJ, and say, hey, are y'all feeling kind of weird? And they had to explain to me that it's just stuff coming up and you have to work through it, and you have to kind of release and cry and do whatever you need to do. So that for those of you that are kind of feeling that, I'm fine 1 minute, they literally show me that I think it's called an equalizer. You know how they have the stereos that go up and down? They show me that, where 1 minute you're here, and then literally I see two hands going whoop, and moving everything up, and then everything's just like, and then it just slams back down. And some of us are really feeling that. And if you look at the Schumann resonance, which is the Earth's energy, that thing's out of control.
Yeah. So, and then the Mercury in retrograde.
Yes.
So all this is creating this perfect storm. And so it's important to just kind of understand that we're in a pressure cooker right now. And so instead of giving us like a year to get through some stuff, we're being pressure cookerized to get through it in quicker, kind of like boot camp.
Yeah. And it's hard. And also for those of us that are going through that, please watch, they say watch your tongues, be very careful about processing what you say first, then to just throw it out and then hurt somebody.
Pause.
Yeah, pause a minute.
Mr. Rogers, yeah, Renee, I knew it'd be okay through my surgeries because my neurosurgeon reminded me immediately of Mr. Rogers. Yes. Oh, how nice is that?
There you go. Hello, Clarence. Hi, Jennifer. Linda.
The neurosurgeon I dealt with my son Ben was not like Mr. Rogers. Let's just put it that way. I had to confront him.
Mm-mm. No, no, no. So I learned something really important, which is just because the wall looks sturdy does not mean that it is. So I was walking next to, the seawall. And so I stepped down and it looked great. And once I stepped down, the cement was pretty bad and it just kind of caved in with the rocks. And I don't know if you can see it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And then so I got all jacked up here where it just literally smacked and then my jaw hurts all the way up here.
I bet it does. And your neck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was not fun. But hey, and I thought, I hike in Colorado. I'm good. I can do this.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible.
So every time apparently I do this a lot in my sleep. And so every time I touched I was like, oh. So I kept waking up all night.
Horrible. That's awful. I sleep like that too.
Yeah. I just
cuddled up like a little kitten.
Can I have a card, please?
I pulled a card for all of us. Surrender your results. Surrender your results. Surrender your attachment to results. And let's see what that talks about. I don't remember ever getting this one.
I don't think I've heard that.
Huh?
I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, and then you need to let it go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So it's almost like, okay, it's almost like how you have people manifest. You throw it, but don't hold on to it so much, because then it starts spinning and that energy gets in the way. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And before we get started, let's do a little housekeeping here. Hi, Shirley. We love hearts, but please don't use red hearts, because that's what Lucian uses to get the attention for the questions. But any other color hearts, we love those. And this is a sacred space for healing and personal growth. So all our current event issues and stuff like that is not part of today, because we have prayed and we have put honor in this space together, that this would be about personal healing and growth. So thank you for all that and respecting that. And this is community of love and hugs. And so you will see people when we're working with your question, that the community will come along and just love on you big time. So expect all the love, guys. And this is a very special family here. So welcome to all who are new. So I think that's it on the
I love that, Renee. Renee says, like Chinese lanterns, decorate love and let them float towards the heavens. It's exactly right.
Oh, yes.
I did go ahead and pick 3 cards. I was going to do it with just the transition deck, but then they told me no, I had to pick 3 different decks. So the first thing they wanted to know or wanted to say is, we have the wisdom to get through the things that we need. We've got it. Here she is holding up her sword of fire, and we've got this. We can do this with, each one of us helping out. It's very, very important that we spend time in laughter. Remember that when you are manifesting, even when you're manifesting by default, which means you don't really intend to manifest, the more that you put towards happy things, the more happy things you get. If you are focused on the negative stuff, the more negative things you will find. So lots of happy. And then the last one says Star Brothers. This is a lot about Horus energy. It's about protecting yourself and loyalty and safety and trust. Okay. So making sure that you're in that space of loyalty, and I'll pull that really
I love that card.
Yeah. So Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So, but we have it. We have it all.
Beautiful. All right. So are we missing anything? I think we're...
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. And we are started. James. James. Yeah, that card isn't... I know, that card was amazing. Love it. All right.
Oh.
What does the week hold for me? Will you be presenting something this week, James? I'm stepping into a work situation here, but will you be presenting something this week? I'm seeing you. No presenting, huh?
You know, Debbie, I see where you're going with it, and I'm wondering, like, because I see the presenting, but in a different way.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing that, like, what they're having me do is, I'm giving you this platter, James, and you're going to have to. So I'm presenting it, not really me, but spirit, with a lot of things that you're going to have to face, and that, you know, and emotionally, what I'm feeling is I have to look at certain things. I don't know if this resonates with you, but the reason why we're on pause is so that I work on a factory line. Okay. So the reason why is you're going to have to be faced with certain things. And so I would invite you to look at them a little differently, in the aspect of when something happens or you're presented with something, that you say, I think I've done this before. And what did I do last time? And try to handle it different than you did last time. Does that make sense to you, Debbie?
It does. And I'm still trying to, because they keep showing me the same thing. It's not like they're changing their picture of the picture. It's like being, but it's also, this is a new symbol for me, James. So yeah, this is presenting. So maybe I don't know where this energy will go. So James, help me out here. Help us out. Oh, I mean, Karen already knows where she's going with and her end, but it's like you have this idea, or you have something that's you've been mulling over, and it's like you're sharing this with others. You're sharing this with others, whatever this is going on. So wherever this fits in your life, I'm not sure.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Do what?
Oh, I said, oh, yeah.
Okay. So it's like you're presenting something. I don't know how to put it. It's so weird.
No, I see where you're going, though. It's like giving it back to someone. Like, I'm speaking my truth. I'm saying what my belief is, what my, you know.
Yeah. So wherever that fits, let me know where you feel like that could fit, because they're not. So because I stepped back in and they're still showing me something that you have mulled over or written out or whatever, and you're still like trying to get this idea across to others or present this to others. So wherever that fits. And I do see you have the Wheel of Fortune and the sun coming in. This is deep stuff. So this isn't just surface stuff. This isn't just for this week. It's a big cycle in your life change, but it's going to open up and bring in a lot of light and joy. He doesn't know how it fits. Well, hold on to that, because they're not, I still am, every time I look in, I still see the same thing. So whatever it is, I'm interpreting maybe wrong. What's going on with the light? Okay.
That was all.
Sorry. It's like,
No, I think we got it. I mean, if you look at both of it, with both, he's going to be interpreting something. He's going to be giving it back.
okay.
Just be careful. Just be careful with both. If you add both of what we just said.
That's right. Yes. Okay.
So he's going to be presenting something. He's going to be saying something, and that could be your opinion about something. That could be, anything. So just be very careful how you present this to other people. Just watch your words. And I feel that whatever it is you'd be presenting, you'd be passionate about. So just given the energy that we're in right now, just watch your passion for it and speak your truth without jumping up and down. Does that make sense?
Yes. And it really follows along with the cards. Hi, Martha. The Seven of Swords there with the Justice. It's like that is kind of being aware. Be aware of how you are speaking something out. So, or rehashing something or whatever, with that Justice coming in there. But it, I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to come together for you. Mm-hmm. And with this knowledge, these are some amazing cards. So whatever this is surrounding, I'm looking forward to hearing from you next week about what this is about, and how it plays out. But with the Knight of Cups coming in there at the end, you have just that beautiful energy of coming together, and a declaration. This talks about a proposal or declaration.
I don't know what word you're trying to say.
Declaration.
Oh, okay. Declaration, yeah.
Of love, a knight in shining armor. This is all the creative, intuitive. This brings in that energy. So it's going to come together, but important to, and stepping further into this too. So interesting with this, James. Are you in a relationship or looking at a relationship, or?
Do you think this is something that will not happen before the end of the week?
Well, it's deep. It's going to last longer than the end of the week. Is this no relationship? Okay.
No relationship.
So it's some kind of, it's a deeper level than just a surface thing is all I'm seeing here. You did ask for this week, so I feel like there's action around this week. So that's kind of where I'm seeing it. But it's so weird because
they just won't stop on my end in reference to be very cautious how you present your side. And that's all they keep saying, Yeah. And, things are going to come faster. We have to realize that things are speeding up for us. So they just keep saying, be very careful how you present your side or your story or your truth or just be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't cut corners, whatever this is about.
But that's good stuff.
But it's a good thing. So I wouldn't worry about it. It's good. I mean, because especially with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun coming in, you can't go wrong with those cards. So whatever it is, but just remain in alignment with your truth. I'm going to leave it with that. I'm interested to see where this goes, James. I tried to tap in deeper. I feel like some things are just left to the divine.
Yep.
So blessings to you, James. Okay. So she is still here, but you're tapping in, wanting to know how big sister is doing. Okay.
Okay. She's okay.
I feel there's a bit of a melancholy or disappoint. She's been disappointed. She's kind of cloaking herself in this disappointment. She's wearing it like a cloak, kind of feeling down. There's a little bit of bitterness to it, but she's wearing it like a cloak right now. Instead of trying to surrender it and rise above, she's kind of wearing it like a cloak.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
I mean, as far as
she said, right on, Debbie, spot on.
Oh, but as far as she's okay. It's almost like she's choosing to remain underneath this cloak of bitterness.
And what they're showing me is, gosh, I mean, this might be the theme for today on my end, until she realizes it and sees it differently and changes the way she's handling it, because they just keep showing me that they're going to serve us. Some of us are getting platters of old things that we still have to deal with. There's my cat. Hello, Luna. I love and miss you dearly. But she still has to figure it out. She still has to do it differently. There's something, but she really wants to be on camera there. But, love her and send her that beautiful pink light that we talk about. Don't jump in the pot with her, if that makes any sense. My older sister always fought with her kids and hubby.
Because I'm seeing her, they're showing me her, and I'm not, it is as it is, and there's purpose, there's reasons behind why she is. But I'm seeing a forked tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Forked tongue. So she can be harsh with her tongue, and so be careful with that. And sorry guys, Luna.
I love you, Luna.
Okay. Yeah. So it's important. It's almost like give her this time out. She's with that 8 of Swords. This is something she's choosing, like I was seeing with the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I put the cards up, the lighting gets weird. So I can't put it up so close, I guess. But she's kind of choosing this. But so give her the space. So I don't know if you're even talking to each other, but continue to give her the space. Allow her time. She'll come out of it when it's time.
And I just keep hearing, just don't feed into it.
Yeah, don't feed into it.
Have good boundaries around it. She says, oh, yes, spot on, Debbie. Her and I fought water sign, and she's a fire sign.
Oh.
So she'll be fine.
Just give her the time. Giving you
yes, we text one another.
Okay.
So, woohoo.
Yeah, don't be drawn in or pulled in. Don't try to fix her like that. MB. Cool card for timeout, right? I want that timeout. The card I had for timeout. It's a lady in the pool on a floaty.
Oh, yeah, I'd like that card for timeout too. Man, these snowflakes are humongous.
Oh, nice. You're getting some real snow.
Yeah, finally. Okay. No problem, greeter. Thank you.
Give me a big hug, Greeter. Good to see you. All right. Best career path for me. Best career path. Best career path. That's an.
Well, and it's really odd. So if this is my career path before, okay, what they're showing me is this new one is going to be right here. Like,
Very similar.
Yeah, very similar. What did you do before?
Oh, look at all the people with snow.
Yeah, I am.
Vermont, New York.
I'm in Cape Cod.
Linda, where are you?
No one. New York, Vermont. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Christina.
Lucian says it's really sticking there.
Linda's in San Diego.
Connecticut.
Is it really snowing big in San Diego?
Hi, Prince Charming.
That's snow. Connecticut. Okay.
It's true. Snow has not stuck since I've been here. And I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I'm okay with that.
You're just in a weird spot on the Cape.
I am in a very weird spot. Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see what MB does. Did I miss it? Oh, I was involved in a job that helped people. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it really feels you're still going to be helping people. You're going to be helping people. Just so it would be like
South Dakota.
Huh?
Lynn, it's snowing in South Dakota. That makes sense. She put SD, and I thought she meant San Diego.
San Diego, South Dakota, Wisconsin. Oh,
that's funny. All right.
Apparently, don't be, all sticking your sunshine in everybody's face. No, what I keep seeing is that you're still going to be doing something. And what they show me is it would be as if my job previously was working at a nursing home, but then I decide I don't like old people. So I'm going to start working. Hey, I'm just saying what they're telling me. I'm going to start working with high schoolers, like that kind of thing. So you'll continue to do something in those lines of being of service, because that's what they say you do very well. And it really kind of fills your heart. So I would invite you to kind of look at what else might follow very closely to what you were doing before. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel I keep getting these big cards, guys.
Well, big stuff happening.
Ooh, so yeah. I have the Judgment and the Devil coming in, and that's just talking about a renewal, but in the same thing that you've been kind of the same area, but kind of a rebirth, a renewal.
Mm-hmm.
In that bit of a change, bring more what you're passionate about. Okay, so I know I can talk. So you're going to be doing something in the same arena, but where your passion really lies, and it could be. And this is the Seven of Wands. I love the Seven of Wands. But this is it's going to be a good position for you.
Yeah.
And like maybe a higher position. It's going to bring in a bit more challenge, but you want that. It's going to help you a lot. And this also is a teacher card. So maybe moving more into educating others in a field, like.
It's funny because you said education and I said education. So you might want to look at teaching whatever you do to people.
Right. Some kind of area like that. Let me check in a little bit more here.
I would agree with you on the, because it feels really good. And, like I see the sun shining on her. It's filling up my soul. It feels good, even though it's kind of the same work. This change is such a beautiful, welcoming change.
Yeah. And you're going to be passionate about it.
Yeah. Don't stray too far from, and MB, what I would say is just manifest it and think it and say, this job is going to be soul filling and it's going to make me happy and it's going to have great hours and more money and blah, 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 blah. And then feel how awesome that would feel to have that. Don't worry about exactly what it is. Just name the words for it.
And I see you a lot more movement, a lot lighter in your spirit as well. And I'm seeing it, and talk about the money situation. The income is going to be much stronger for you. But with that 8 of Pentacles coming in there too, you have...
she says, I am pursuing an MBA now. I do love helping people and I'm very compassionate and caring. And it shows.
Yeah.
It really truly shows.
So you want to be going towards something that you're extremely passionate about. And we both see you moving more where you are above people, like you're either like managing or you're teaching. So kind of where it's headed, and you're going to be being able to work in specifically in your strength, in your strong areas, and it's going to be a real good ebb and flow for you and your giftings. So blessings to you. This is this is a real positive change for you.
Yes, I'm excited for you. Woot, woot.
Kathleen. Messages from mom or dad. Okay, so I have dad coming in here pretty strong. They both came in, but dad is presenting himself stronger. And he has his hands on your shoulders, Kathleen. And to me, that's just know that you're not alone. There's that support. It's almost like he's got your back. He will help you stand up when you can't stand up alone. He's literally infusing you with his strength and this incredible, deep, unconditional love. Now, I'm not sure if he was able to do that for you when he was here, but he certainly is doing it now. And he is just infusing you with strength and unconditional love.
I would agree. And one of the things that I heard was, and it was kind of like it, and I don't know if it's like, don't be worried about the hiccups. Don't go so caught up in the hiccups. And so I was like, hiccups. So then he had you walking on a path and then he had you trip. And so tell her, don't worry about that. Don't worry about those little things. It's just the hiccups. That's all I keep saying. It's the hiccups. So however that suits you. And I would say that these things that you're facing, or these things that, because they show me these things that you're facing, don't get so caught up in it. He's, when Debbie said he's infusing you, that's exactly right. I mean, he's got you lifting you up, and it's weird. It's like you got sludge on your feet, but he's like lifting you up, and don't get caught up in that. She said, oh, wow. Yes, he did.
Okay. He did. All right. So he just is continuing on then. I'm glad to hear that he was like that. So He's also showing me, he was probably good at this himself, but when you have all your papers out in front of you, I don't know if this has to do with insurance. I don't know what it have to do with all the different diagnoses that whatever it is, as far as this is a health thing is what I'm seeing here. And all this paperwork, and he's there, he has his glasses on, and he's passing on this, I think, message of really stay on top of these, stay on top of the claim, whatever all these papers are, stay on top of them. And he's also showing me folding that paper, putting it back in the envelope, and sending it back in. So I don't know what this means for you, but stay on top of the paperwork, stay on top of the claims, stay on top of it all. This will be important during this time. And I know that I'm feeling this exhaustion. So bring in help where you need it. But again, he's saying to stay on top of this. He's showing me too that he's holding a baby. So he wants you to know he's held this baby before you all are getting this new baby. The new baby coming in. He got to hold the baby before. So he and the new baby are connected. All right. So he is hugging you. And again, he goes back to putting his hands on your shoulders. So he's not letting you go, Kathleen. He's not, you will not be alone.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Earlier, this is a little off the subject. This is so Eleanor said she's not psychic. And she had said something, but I wanted her to know we're all a little psychic.
We're all psychic, yeah.
We all are talented. It's just a matter if you step into your truth. So, and then Kathleen said that that she's been doing that and really kind of looking at that stuff in the paperwork and all of that. So,
okay.
Yeah, he does have your back. Okay, Kevin, message from Spirit, please.
Message from Spirit. Okay, this is interesting. They were showing me this bean that, or like when you plant something, I'm like, oh, we're going back in the garden, because I often get, how I get always this garden stuff going on. But this is different. I've never seen this one before. But a plant. But it was like the magic bean plant, because all of a sudden it's just growing and like up so high you can't see it. So it's like this crazy beanstalk. So something that you've planted, your magic. What?
I said finally, because I see what you're saying. It's like you planted it and now it's finally starting, and we're finally, and it goes from this bean to this humongous stalk to like, bam, we're picking the fruit.
It's like so crazy huge. So it's just blasted off. And you know how like the magic bean plant or whatever, it kind of, you waited and you're like, huh. And then all of a sudden overnight it's bam.
Yep, and they keep showing me the fruit. They keep showing me the fruit will be able to be picked.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Yay! I love it.
Aw. What do you got over there? You want me to go first? Or you want to go?
Yeah, you go first. Yeah.
So I picked transition because I really feel like, Kevin, there is some transition with you going on. I can't shake that. So the transition deck came, and the first thing that came out was forgiveness. And forgiveness is not about other people. Sometimes it's about yourself, and just going and understanding why you had to go through some of this stuff. You know, some of us are being held still just so that we can face those, because some of us have spent our lives working for the man and getting that money and doing the 3D life that we kind of stepped away from our spirituality. And so now you're being asked to look at things with the innocence of a child. You're having to look at things differently so that you can sort through. And then they're like, there's a new initiation coming for you. There's new changes that are coming. And then guess what? You finally, and they literally, one of your guides are so funny, you finally get liberation from the bullshit. I mean, he literally shouldn't have caused, but you finally get liberation, and you finally get, and they literally go back to Debbie's beanstalk with that fruit. It's right there. I mean, it's like, bam, it happens so fast. But keep manifesting, keep thinking of those wonderful things. Bye, greeter. Wonderful things happening for you, and wonderful things that are going to happen into your life, because it is coming. Don't get caught up in being fearful that it does not. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Wow. What do you got over there, Debbie?
Well, you know, I threw 3 cards and 2 of them are major arcana. Again, this is a theme, you guys. These major arcanas coming out, there's a lot of movement happening for all of us, and it's deeper than just surface stuff. And this is lasting as we go through this shift. So deep stuff for all of us. So the center of this 3-card reading, you have the Emperor coming in, and I love that position there for you. This is bringing in that stability, that strength, that leader, but just being an authority of you, and just that strong foundation. On this side of it, you have the 6 of Cups, and that just brings in that harmony. So I feel like there's a real balance coming in, that harmony. And then on the other side, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And this is that life cycle that is changing it for all of us right now. But this is in your reading, and this is destiny. You're stepping into your destiny.
Yay!
And yeah, so and this also talks about that progress, that transition, a turning point. And so, yeah. Oops, this goes here. Sorry. So you can see the flow of this reading. So as you step into that balance and harmony, you're stepping into your full strength and foundation, into this new, beautiful, your destiny, this transition turning point for you. So, wow.
I'm excited for you.
It's awesome. Posted. I'd like to know what this means. These are mini readings, you guys. So if you want a full-on reading, find us. Find us. And we would love to do that.
Yes, and please don't forget, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Karen Elizabeth from Karen Elizabeth Sage Healers. I have my YouTube channel, and Debbie and I and JJ usually have Tuesday night meditations and mini readings. And please feel free to subscribe and come join us on that night as well. We do a lot of self-help and kind of working on ourselves. So, yay.
That's who she is, and that's her channel, guys. So find us there.
All right. Immediate move for me, or am I staying here? Jody Ann. I'm going to do this.
Hi, Ian. Welcome.
Hi, Ian. So,
Oh, yeah, that's a no.
yeah. So and I asked several times. Um,
Hi,
sometimes
Peter. Love you.
our things, um, our pictures show us that, like you're sitting on boxes or the boxes are moving or I stared for a while and I got nothing. And I kept asking, are you going to move? Are you going to, what I got was, this will be a blessing in disguise. Um, you know, this might be a good thing, the not, so don't look at it like it's about, staying or whatever. It might be something good for you. So, but I got to stay for a while.
Yeah, I feel like there is a bit of a balancing out of where you're at. When I was checking in, I see that I had a sense that you may be a bit of a free spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and um, that you're good either way. Like you're like a chameleon. Like you can go and you would fit in. You'd be okay staying. You'd be okay going. You do have that free spirit though feel to you where you like movement or like change. Um, but maybe there's some opportunities for travel this year for you. But I do see and possibly saving money or whatever. The money situation with you staying, I feel would be a good for you. I'll show you the cards if you're a card person. In the center, you have the Temperance, and then you have the Four of Cups on one side, and then the other side you have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is very grounded. She's very good financial, so that's where I was really feeling that groundedness and finding social outlets kind of where you're at. And that's where I was seeing, when I was seeing this vision, a possible like that travel thing going on. And again, you guys, literally how small this reading is. And I have, three major arcana again. So there's a lot of movement and a lot of expansion for all of us. I feel this season. We're in a season of expansion, so it's coming out differently for all of us. But you have the Hangman, and that's also kind of like a, kind of staying put and receiving growth right there. And you have that Strength card coming in there. So there's a big expansion for you, Jody. And so I feel like part of that, since your question was, am I going to stay? And I do feel that way. And then you have the King of Pentacles coming in. What?
The reason why I say was because I picked out 3 cards and she just said that COVID scares me. I stayed here I've stayed for 11 months. And this was your card. The very main thing was change your focus. And so, Jody Ann, we talk about manifesting by default. And if you're fearful of something and you're fearful, and I'm not saying, understand within reason. I mean, there is a reason to be scared of COVID, but if you allow that to consume you, then my belief system is, what are you telling your body? It is, and like I said, it is something to be fearful of. It's not a pretty thing. However, if that's what you are letting it consume you and letting it work to you, you're going to be fine. It's going to be okay. But the most important is share the love, because you have so much of you to give. And they're saying that just wait the results. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. But don't allow yourself to be fearful over something that is, none of us can control that. None of us can, it's a, they show me roulette. It's like playing roulette. So don't allow it to consume you and stop your life. Change your focus.
Yeah. I like that, waiting it out. And this is a waiting it out as well. And it's going to be okay, Jody. I know we all have stories about being home for a year and a half and how hard it is. And I'm not taking away from your story because we all, Sharon Lee, I'm giving you a big hug. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon Lee.
But what they were showing me and all these wonderful cards, I do see movement this year for you. I'm not sure about a move, but I do see you being able to get out and move, and it's going to kind of take away that need to have to like move immediately. Neither one of us saw an immediate move to answer the question.
Yeah.
So
it's okay. It's a blessing in disguise. They just keep saying it's okay.
Yeah. The thing is that refocus too, what she said, refocus on all these amazing things that are happening, just amazing. Yeah. So it's kind of refocusing, being grateful for whatever you can find to be grateful for and focus on that. That grateful feeling coming in is just, that changes the energy surrounding everything. So.
Yeah. Woo. I have to ask JJ if she will do if Tuesday night we can do a meditation that involves pink light everywhere.
I'll wear pink.
You'll wear pink?
I'll even wear pink for it.
There you go. Susan, bam. Any messages from my friend Marisha on the other side?
Marisha.
Well, thank you, Sheila. Love you.
Thanks to you. How sweet is that? Giving you a big hug. My fellow Colorado Springs spiritual person.
Debbie, someone's asking if there's a picture behind the crystal ball.
There is not. That is an angel. This angel came yesterday in my crystal ball, you guys. I was being interviewed by Connect something, and the angel showed up in my crystal ball and has been here ever since. And you definitely can feel the energy.
Very nice.
Okay, so back to Susan. Marisha.
This is very odd, and I don't know if I have her. So this person steps forward, and I feel like I'm busy. I'm busy because would she have been a person that would have liked kiddos, specifically babies? Because this person is standing in front of me saying, there's a job, and she's explaining her job on the other side is working with kiddos that are going to come through. And so would that sound like something she maybe would have been into?
I'm also getting a lot of things. I usually am not the one that feels when I step in, but I'm feeling a lot in my stomach, like high stomach, low stomach. I'm feeling a lot right here, and I'm not sure if it has to do with. She said she had breast cancer too, so I feel a lot of
crocheted hats for kids with cancer. That makes sense.
I'm sorry, what?
She crocheted hats for kids with cancer.
Okay.
She had breast cancer too. Okay. That's where you're feeling that.
I'm just feeling like there's
That was the cancer. That was the cancer you're feeling, she says.
Oh, okay.
So we have her.
Yeah, we definitely have her. It's interesting because I usually don't step into the feeling or of that kind of thing. I usually get the essence of them.
Yeah.
She's.
I think we're switching today.
What's going on? So I do sense, however, a feeling of such compassion. Her heart was she's compassionate. She has a strength to her, though, too, because sometimes, I get the sense of like this just really sweet, that passive, really beautiful. This is not what I'm sensing. A very passionate, but very kind, but very purposed soul to her, Susan. And so she's bringing that forth. And she's bringing a baton. She's passing the baton to you, Susan. I don't know what she wants you to follow up with, but she's passing the baton to you. So I don't know what that means for you, but she's handing you a baton of something. She's leaving something to you to carry forth. Carry on the tradition, carry on the whatever it is she's asking if you would take this baton. She's a hugger. She's a hugger. But she's very strong.
Native traditions, perhaps.
Okay. Well, this baton and very, very, there's a strength behind her. I've never, she's
it's
very
beautiful.
Purposed, yeah.
Very purposeful. I mean, she's loving. She was Cherokee and Choctaw.
Okay,
so
that makes sense to the power that I'm feeling around her.
Mm-hmm. Very, very purposeful in the way that she does things. Even now she represents as, I have a clear sight of what I need to do. And, not that I'm unloving or unkind or uncaring, but that's my focus, is dealing with these babies. She said she was a guitar player and a musician, so up there, she just keeps showing me that she's very, scheduled in the way that she does the babies and taking care of the babies. And, she's having me watch her talking to a very young child spirit who's getting ready to go in. And it's like the cheerleading squad, the prep squad. It's like the reminder, okay, remember, this is your lesson. It's the last hurrah before they go in. And I just feel like I just really love this job. And, she brings, I don't know what it is. If she would have been, she's showing me, I forget what they're called. You say she's an Indian, and I'm seeing powwows and things like that. And I see Debbie's baton with a powwow. So
yes. Okay. So talking about the baton, I asked a little bit more about it. I asked Marisha more about the baton and what it meant. And she's showing me, pounding it on the ground and making the ground shake. So there's something that needs to continue to shake the ground, bring that, because something needs to be brought to light. So I don't know if it's...
They danced at powwows together.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
She's showing me powwows.
Okay. So, but it's a particular thing that she's very purposed about, and she pounded the ground, and I could see the dirt, and I could see it just like shake the ground, and that's what she wanted me to see, this shaking of the ground that it like needs to get out or something like that.
Oh, I keep locking up on my computer. When you say that, so Susan, I might ask you a really weird question here, but I totally agree with what Debbie says. And what's really odd is I'm watching when you pound that ground, if there would be something, okay. So what she's having me see is light language. She's literally having me, and I don't know if it sounds light language to me because I can't understand it, but I would ask you to pound the ground in her honor and, imagine, a prayer of some sort going up, because that's what she's showing me. It's like doing a powwow with a what do you call it? What do we call that when not a celebration, not a ceremony. Thank you. It's like watching a ceremony, and she's showing me so many different ways. It's like, the reason why I say it's going to sound strange is because she's literally showing you, imagining the light, and we say the light, and the light shines down. And as you're pounding the ground with this, you're pushing that light into the ground with this. It's beautiful watching.
And also keep shaking things up. Don't let it rest. Keep it shaken up, because it needs to be
changed.
Loud and changed. Something needs to be changed. So keep shaking it up. So blessings to you, Susan. And it was such an honor to meet your friend, Marisha.
Man, she's beautiful.
Yeah, they were talking about the angel behind me. It could be, someone said, I thought maybe Mother Mary. It could be. I didn't ask. But I do feel like when I'm sitting here, like this wavy stuff on the back of my head the whole time I'm sitting here.
Yeah, I can feel it too. Whew. And that's why we're swapping today. That's why it was weird, because I'm like, this woman is coming in, but I don't feel anything. I'm like, what is going on here? I love that she came in and was showing me a powwow. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Let's dance.
That's awesome. So this is Mom, not Mo. So Mom passed over in September. Any messages for Pammy? Okay, Pammy. I felt a very down-to-earth spirit. She's very down. Go ahead.
I just have to ask Pammy. So I know someone that has the last name of Hansen. Was your mom in Colorado? I just have to make sure I'm not connecting to somebody else's mom. Was your mom in Colorado? Did she live in Colorado?
You can continue. I'll go on while she answers you. So Mom comes in. She's very down to earth, like, not afraid of hard work.
Okay. She lived in Oregon.
And I don't see her as in her day of being tired. Like, you wouldn't see her getting tired. And yeah, just getting in there. Like, I can't explain it, but I could see her like making bread and doing all these things, and hands in, but not someone who gets tired, but very, very down to earth is the main thing that I keep getting. Very, very earth.
She had endless energy. And it's funny because I saw her literally when you were describing her, she literally turned around and goes, I'm a little workhorse. And straight back to work. And I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah. Like, you look at her and go, like, do you need to sit down or something? Which she's like, nope. What can I do? If she showed up at your house, what can I be doing? What can I do to help? And like that. I can see her working.
She was a rancher's wife.
I was going to say, I could see her.
She doesn't stop.
She must have had her own garden as well, I would assume, as whatever, horses and ranchers. What do they have? Cows and horses and stuff? I don't know. Anyways, but I feel like she also grew her own food and stuff. like very hands-on, strong, like strong. I see very strong woman, very practical, hardworking, like all that. So I've already said that 100 times, I know, but that's it's so coming on so strong. Sorry.
She said yes, spot on.
I'm going to ask if she has a message for you.
Well, and over here she keeps showing me that you know, the younger generation, so not what would have been yours. You know, I just get this feeling that there was a new baby came in, a new little spirit, new little soul, and there's, you know, I know this is come. And so, you know, she just keeps pointing me down to that. And I'm not sure if it would have been, I'm not saying it would be like for her, it would maybe be a great grandchild. And for you, it would be like a grandchild. And it doesn't have to be necessarily yours, Pammy. It could be like a niece or a nephew, that kind of thing. But she does show me that she's going to be there or has been there for the ones that just came through.
And, you know, I asked her to, you know, if she had a message for you, Pammy, and let me just talk about
Yes.
what.
And the baby's name is Gideon.
Aw.
Aw, that's such a cute name.
Gideon, like Gideon Bibles. I'm seeing, and she's literally sitting down at the table, and she's making these calculations, but they're not with numbers. They're with how you do with the you know, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slash over for the 5.
The marks.
So they're with marks, and she's doing these calculations on this paper, and she's just keeps showing me these marks and calculating. And I'm like, okay, so what does that energy mean for Pammy? And what is the message behind there? And she keeps showing me these boom, 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 boom. It's like keeping score. Surrender the score. I feel like it's something about keeping score. And sometimes we just have to release that score, because she's now kind of tearing up the paper. It's not about keeping score.
Yeah.
She's saying. So I don't know where this energy lies for you, or if something to take, we call him Giddy Monster.
Yeah. I was going to tell you that once you were done explaining that, Giddy Monster.
I love that. So so it's kind of like surrendering.
Oh dear, that speaks to me. It has to do with my dad.
Okay. All right. So she's saying, just throw it away. And there's some emotions behind that. And she's giving you a big hug, a big, strong hug. I have to say.
I you know, Pammy, and this goes for all of us in the group, it's not that, you know, when I do personal readings, there sometimes you see a pattern in it sometimes. And one of the patterns is, she said she can't let go of what he did to the family. And that's kind of what we're being asked to do.
We're being asked to do it.
No matter how much it hurts, you know, for every reason. I mean, for every, they have me saying it like this, for every treacherous thing that you feel you have been wronged or that you're holding on to, all of that pain, it's hard, but you know, you're being asked to let go now. You cannot hang on to this anymore. It does not serve you. So
the only person you're hurting is you.
Yeah. So now's the time. It's like, look at, and I'm speaking to all of us, not just Pammy.
All of us. We all have stories.
Yes, we all have stories. We're not perfect. You know, I myself have my own story. I myself am a lesson for somebody else or a teaching guide for somebody else. And, you know, and I myself, we all have to let this go. Now is the time, you know, and so forgiveness is the most important thing right now. And You can't make everybody forgive, but you can at least be the teacher and teach how to forgive. And you don't have to own anybody else's crap,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. And I need this message today, as it has been a difficult time for us. Aw. Prayers to you.
Yes, and that's where your mom knows that, and that's where there was emotion behind that. We're giving you a big hug, Pammy.
Bonds, we're glad this speaks to you too. You know, and that's one of the greatest things about the reason why Debbie and I do this, not only for each individual, but if you sit here, you will hear something that probably speaks to you.
Yeah.
That's how spirit works.
I get messages every time for
Yep.
myself.
Me too. Me too. Much love, Pammy.
Blessings. Will I get out of my own way? I love this, Eileen.
Eileen, I'm still trying to do that.
We all have this question, so let's answer it. Let's see. But we're going to ask it for you, Eileen. But yeah,
we're going to ask.
Great question.
I'm seeing, yeah. I'm seeing, yeah. I am. I'm seeing you do. You do.
Yeah. Okay. So talking about stumbling, because I see you going down a path and you're going, but there's still little trips here and there, but you are really, this is something that you are purposely doing and keeping your head up, right? So this is just a metaphor for what your question, am I going to get out of my own way? And yeah, you are purposed about it. Your intentions are good and so forth. And every once in a while you'll trip, but there's no falling. There's just a couple trips and then you keep going. And pretty soon it becomes like a habit and you don't ever have to look at your feet, ever again. So that's kind of what I'm seeing.
Yeah. But sometimes we see things as, they keep showing me that sometimes, I used heart, sorry. Sometimes they keep showing me like, negative things that happen in our life and something that may have hurt us. And the reason why that was placed there is so that you can look at it and grow from it. If you keep doing the same thing you've always done, expecting a different result, it's just not going to work for you. Mm-hmm. So be okay with tripping up and falling and noticing or speaking nasty to people. Just understand that if you continue to do it the same way, it's never going to change.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
But yeah,
and I'm seeing, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's a yeah.
That's a yeah. 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. That's great. Yeah. I
just see 3 reds. I don't know what she's talking about with all that. It's just 3 reds.
So yes, this is changing. That she said that's because I'm old. That's funny. You've been carrying around a backpack of swords is what I'm seeing here. So it's been hard and difficult to get out of your own way because you still have this backpack full of swords that you need to address. Okay. And this is the perfect time to do it. Doing that inward search. Here's the Hermit. I don't know if you can see it. Doing that inner search, going inward, getting that higher perspective. We're all in that place of receiving this higher perspective in enlightenment, so to speak. So not only when we step back out, our path is lit for ourselves, but we're going to be able to help others with their paths as well. I see a real coming together for you. This is the 2 of Cups. I see a real alignment coming in for you with the 2 of Cups here. But it's going to take some forgiveness, not only for yourself, but for others that have been in your life.
Yep.
And a release and a transformation for you. I have the 5 of Cups and Death. So really part of your transformation is letting go and surrendering and taking inventory of what you're carrying in your backpack. Okay. For that transformation to come in. And then I have the 4 of Wands bringing in that beautiful kind of being out and kind of that celebration of being out of your own way. stay purposed about it. Spirit hears you, and you have everybody on the other side helping you out with that. So blessings to you, Eileen.
That is a really good question.
I can see that. Tons in my backpack, she says. Yeah.
You know, book bewitched. That's an excellent question.
There we go.
Book Bewitched said, how do you forgive, you know, for abandonment, for pain, for emotional and physical steps?
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second, because this is a good question for everyone. You know, you're not taking away that you're not in your forgiveness. You're not saying this didn't happen. In your forgiveness, you're taking it out of your energy, off of your body, out of, you know, what it was trying to steal from you for your whole life. It's been stealing from you. It's been sucking your energy. And you no longer want this to roll over your life. It already hurt you, right? You've already been hurt. The action already happened, or whatever it is, it's already taken place. But it continues to hurt you every day, continues to be there because we allow it to stay in our energy. How we get it out of our energy and off our bodies, out of our, making it part of our story any longer, is forgiveness. And forgiveness doesn't mean that you're saying what you did was okay. It's saying, I understand your human experience, but it's not part of mine. I forgive you and let you go. Go, you know, let it go. It's really, it is turning that around and bringing in that healing and forgiveness towards yourself too. So there's a lot playing out with this forgiveness thing, but it literally is setting something free that has attached itself to you. And the picture they're showing me with this, and I don't, that Pirates movie where literally these men, because they were on the ship so long, became part of the ship. So you see them and they're like part of the ship. And that's kind of what happens with this unforgiveness. It becomes part of our energy. And it keeps sucking the energy out of us. Anyway, so the forgiveness and letting go is for us. We recognize that everyone is here having their human experience, including the people who hurt us. And recognizing that they were children one time and hurt themselves. Not that that excuses anything, but recognizing that we made contract too before coming, that you know, part of our story was going to be some of this needing to overcome pain, needing to learn how to forgive and surrender that and kind of get the higher perspective and rise up. There's many directions you can go with this. It's not just me having this little speech right now and you're going to go away and go, oh, but it's something we need to work in it and step into. And it takes a minute to actually click in.
And it takes different things, you know, not
because they're also showing me right now little parts of you that are like, you know, no, I'm not forgiving you. You don't know what they did, you know, like that. There's different little parts inside of us that's like, hold on. Part of me is going, yes, of course I forgive. Then the other part is going, you know, no way, you don't know, you know, like that. But so embracing all of who you are, understanding, giving everything a voice, and then a deeper understanding and being able to release it to their human experience. Their human experience doesn't have to be ours for the rest of our life. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of times I know that we may have signed a contract for some learning things that we needed to learn and grow here. But also understand that they may have broke their contract. they overstepped. For a lot of us, we've been with in traumatic situations where this was not contracted. We did not contract for this. They broke their contract, and they were not able to harness their emotions, and we were as a result of that. So so some of that happened. So as well. So this is a lot of big talk in a short little time, but I hope that at least helps a little bit understand kind of where that's coming from. But literally, forgiveness is the first step.
One of the things that, as Debbie was talking, one of the things that I was hearing from my grandmother and my brother was, I kept hearing earth magic. We don't know if that's what it's really called. We just gave it that name. My grandmother said to write it down on a piece of paper, write the pains down, imagine the pain going on that piece of paper. She said, put it in a box, and she said, go somewhere and bury it and play music, or do if you have a bowl, do it backwards, counterclockwise, because it was releasing the energy. And, so that always means to me ceremony. I don't do a lot of ceremony. So for me to say that, I just don't do it. That's not my thing. But sometimes it is changing it around and change the emotion down. And maybe you have to do 5 ceremonies. Maybe you have to be 6 ceremonies. But the important thing is that you're trying to work through it and trying to release it, because it isn't about forgiving. What you have to remember is, it's not about forgetting about it. It's about, and I don't know how Debbie put it, but the acknowledgement of, I don't need to hold this pain anymore.
Yeah. Rewrite your story.
Yeah.
It's in your power. Harness your power back and rewrite your story now.
Yep. So
it doesn't have to be your story. This doesn't have to be your story any longer.
Yep. Doesn't have to be your story.
But good question, and we all needed to know about that. So
yeah,
thank you for that question. And Kevin, thank you for hanging out with us. Have a blessed rest of your Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday.
Susan, I really loved what you said. She said something about, she was taught go with tobacco. And
yes, you can do that too. Yeah. We just don't all have access to the tobacco. But yeah, always leave tobacco.
Throw it in the white water, she said. Yeah. This was a heavy conversation. I need some shade.
Yeah. It's a good one, though.
Oh, man, the snow is coming down.
Yeah, it's a lot different snow than Colorado snow, huh?
I got to look. I got to look.
Colorado snow is very dry. You get the big flakes, but it's dry.
Yeah.
And so it falls very different than what you would find in the Cape.
Yeah, it's very, very, so I don't know if you can see it.
No, it's just a big white window.
Just a white window.
Yeah.
Oh, darn. Okay, let me go over here. Don't trip over the dog. Can't trip.
Ceremony helps. Yes, absolutely, you guys. Ceremony. Do something ceremonial. That always helps, especially stepping into it and making that intention known. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now we can see it. Yep. That's some big, thick flakes.
There's my baby. Look at my baby truck out there.
Oh, getting snowed. Getting under snow.
Yeah.
It's wet snow compared to our dry snow here.
Yeah. Which is nice. It's been nice. So that's good.
Okay, so Dorian, sorry that we have paused so long. Dorian, are you still here? We put the question up. Let us know you're still here. Yes, Dorian is still here. So Dorian's had a cough for 5 years now and wants to know what's causing it. So we're going to have Karen kind of do her little scanning.
I had already scanned.
Okay, so what's going on?
And I just keep getting allergies. There is something that you're allergic to, and this your body as an adult changes every 7 years. So Book Bewitched, I will answer that in a minute. So they literally showed me 7 years, you know. Now, I'm not saying like clockwork, it changes and bam, it's going to be gone, because what you have to understand is when you get an allergy as an adult, you will continue to have that allergy. What is really, really weird is if I would drive out when I lived in Colorado, when I lived in Colorado Springs, I would be okay. When I drove out to Peyton, which is 20 to 30-minute drive or 45-minute drive, depending where you're coming from, I would start coughing really bad. And that's what they showed me. And I was allergic to something out in Peyton. But I think it's allergies, and it's something, I mean, you would really have to look at everything with a fine-tooth comb before you actually found out what it is.
So did she say she's gone to the doctors?
I don't know.
I mean, we're not medical experts here.
Yeah,
so
we're not medical experts.
Always follow up with a doctor.
If you follow up with a doctor, and if you're gonna take an allergy test, make sure it is, I don't eat cantaloupe, so I don't eat blueberries. I don't eat, there's certain things I just don't eat. They're just not on my diet. And those are things that they tested me for. So Dorian says, I have a doctor and a naturopath, can't come up with the reasons. Yeah, it's really weird. Dorian, you might want to do some muscle testing. And what I mean by that is you're going to need a partner, but like have your arm out, and then say, is there mold in my, was there mold in my walls? And then you have your partner push down on your arm. If it goes down really easy, that's a no. If it stays up, that would be a yes, because your body's not going to lie to you. But I feel like it is something, like I say, the reason I say fine-tooth comb is because they keep showing me and I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm not saying that you are. It's just an example. It would be as if you were allergic to a protein that is in milk, like that kind of thing. Like you're not allergic to the milk, but yes, there is mold, and I've been tested for it internally, but I can't move out of my house or in Vermont.
Yep. And just to step in for a second here, and then we can continue.
Sure.
I feel like there's a couple things going on here for you. Yeah. A couple different things going on, but you do have that. It is like a chronic, like an allergy. The chronic allergy. I feel one is airborne with that dog. With the dog coming. That's my Emma. I miss my Emma girl. But so with the dog coming in there and the whip, I feel like it is kind of an airborne situation, but I feel it with the paths, there's a couple different paths of it. So different pathways of this allergy coming in.
Yes.
And that it's chronic with the whip. So I do feel allergy as well, but
and see if, I'm on 8 antihistamines a day. So,
oh gosh. How are you even awake?
Well, that's normal. I can do it, so it doesn't even bother me. But what I'm seeing is my yellow purple, it's these, over the counter little tablets, these allergy pills. So that's what they're showing me. It's allergies. And, they just, when I keep asking in my head, will she find it? I just keep saying, if you were to take, it's like a needle in a haystack, and they literally have me with a comb combing through the hay to find this needle. So that's how much of a pain in the booty it would be.
But I do feel like you're going to find it. I feel like you're going to get that expert coming in to help you find it and take care of it, or help at least take care of the symptoms. But I do feel something's going to, at least so you don't have to be coughing all the time. With this coming in, this is something, a new treatment or something that's going to work for you, that will be brought forth by someone, doctor, or whatever, and to take care of that.
Mars, good idea. Good air purifier. I've heard that the honey, but we're not doctors. And
very debilitating. Yeah. So I feel like
It is, Dorian.
Don't give up. Keep searching because I feel like you will.
Yeah. Trust me. I know. 8 allergy pills a day.
I cannot even imagine. I would be sleeping right now.
Yeah. It's become my norm, you know?
Ugh.
So it's when I don't have them where it's kind of like, whoa, you know? So yeah. Yeah. Did you hear me book Bewitched? My truck is named Black Betty. Balam, balam. Whoa, Black Betty. Bam, balam. Now you got me saying.
Blam, blam.
So, woot, woot. Okay. Who is next?
Hi, Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Keep the energy up.
I know. I haven't eaten yet, so
Keep it going.
keep it going. Keep it going.
Keep that up.
Okay, who's the next one? See, Ms. Lady? That's what I do. I stick songs in people's heads.
Ms. Lady, I'm giving you a big hug.
Just be glad it's that one and not a really ugly song. Is it? Or has it come up?
Oh, well, she might be watching another channel at the same time as we're on here. So she may be double dipping and didn't miss her to put it in.
Yeah. I hadn't seen it, so. Oh, Lucian.
Yeah, because there's a few people on live right now, so.
Oh.
Double dipping. That's okay.
There you go. Virtual jumping jacks, Lisa.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go. We worried about you, Lucian.
I'm accusing her of double dipping. I love you, Lucian. Okay. Bonnie. What does my 17-year-old son want from me? Okay, 17. Now, just coming from my psychological background,
yes,
I can tell you a little bit about what's going on. Lucian said she typed it twice and it didn't go up.
Really? We didn't see it at all.
Well, I mean, maybe it just.
And Bonnie said he's the
so weird about stuff like that sometimes.
Yeah, today I was doing a reading, and earlier I was doing a client. All of a sudden, the voice literally just stopped, and you could see us both talking, but there was no voice. And this is the one I was going to upload, so I'm like, I can't upload that. That happens so many times.
That's so funny that you did that, because I had been planning for over a week to post to get somebody to come. To offer so I can videotape and use it for marketing.
Yeah. Well, you can do what I did. I mean, I just did 4 and it worked out great. One person hasn't set up.
Oh, okay.
So, and do it that way. So at least you have it. And then the one screwed up. Thank you, Ian. Nice of you.
I'm giving you a hug. Thank you.
Yeah. The voice just kept messing up. So there's no way I can use that.
Okay, so my third son, most difficult. So Bonnie, you kind of have an idea of what's going on, where they have to really it's the oddest thing, but to separate from their moms, starting around 17 years old, they start doing this, like, where they have to fight you on everything, and it's putting that separation. It gives them permission to go. When it's time for them to actually leave, it gives them that permission. Well, I can leave now because that that tension or whatever. It literally is a thing. I so it's putting that tension in there because he's spiritually and emotionally separating from you again. So it's like giving birth again, but in a different way, and to be able to cut that cord again from you. And it's hard. It's hard. So you recognize the syndrome, right, Bonnie? Because you've had to do this before, but this one's tougher because he's more connected to you. Yeah. The deeper and more they're connected to their mom, mama's boys are the hardest around 17, 18 years old. They will come back, but this first initial separation of cutting the cord is the hardest. But I'm going to throw some cards anyways, but yeah. And I'm going to also tap in to see if I see anything else, but you go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, I feel the same thing that Debbie does. There is more of a connection there. Bonnie, there really isn't too much you can do, aside from understand where he's at, don't feed the fire. And spiritually speaking, what I would say is imagine that beautiful light that we always say shining on him and you, and when I do it, it comes down, it splits, it shines on the person, then me, and then us as a group. And do that because he is the hardest, and it's the one that hurts the most for some reason. But it's going to be okay. It turns out okay.
Yeah, he's going to come back around. I know it's so hard, Mama, because they know how to push every single little button of yours, and he'll push all those buttons, right?
And just put a smile on your face, and don't allow him to trigger you, and know that it'll be over, and then the relationship can be rebuilt, and it'll come back stronger than ever.
And I have to show you these cards because it's hilarious. It came out exactly what I was saying, Bonnie.
Oh gosh.
He's trying to be his own person right there before he goes. You know what I mean? Before he makes that separation. It doesn't get any clearer than that. So this is truly what happens. And he's finding his way. He's finding his own balance within this. It's just, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Judgment. So that's that transformation. He's pushing through this transformation, this rebirth transformation deal, exactly what they were bringing in at the beginning. So that just kind of backs that up. And then he's going to be on his way, and I love it. And then we have the next card here, and everything will be okay, Mama.
Yeah.
The Queen of Cups. Your cup will be full. It just getting through this rebirth with him is a tough one, but remember, Mama, he chose you to be his mom, and even through this time. And just know that just pushing all your buttons, all the ones, they know it. They know these buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And try to rise above it. I think you had 3 boys, so that's a lot of wine to get through. But during this time, drink an extra glass of wine during this time period. For entertainment purposes only. I'm not encouraging anybody to drink.
No, except for me. I was telling Debbie earlier, I said, isn't that sad? You pay so much money for insurance, yet if I wanted to go get therapy, the only therapy I could get would be if I was an alcoholic or a drug addict. That's it. So I was like, maybe I just need to start drinking.
Giving you a big hug, Mama, Bonnie. So Tisha, do I have any messages from my guides? All right, let's check in with your guides. Oh, they talk to you all the time, don't they?
Here, Debbie, I have to show you something. Here, guys.
Oh, stop. She's getting so big. Look at her.
Yeah.
Oh, you miss kissing that face.
I know.
No wonder you're having cryings.
Yeah, I think I told you guys I wasn't able to say goodbye to her because her and her mama and her daddy had COVID. So they all had COVID. So I wasn't able to say goodbye. So it was like, yeah, I mushed that face. Okay. That's my grandbaby.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have any messages from my guys? Oh, that is so weird.
I'm feeling, Tisha, I'm feeling they've been kind of directing you into a deeper wisdom or a deeper understanding. This is a different feeling that I'm trying to understand. But they're
You're getting the feeling, and I'm not getting any feelings, which is really hard for me.
Well, it's not really a feeling. It's more of I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. It's more of like a I'm getting the word oracle, and I'm not sure what that means. Like oracle. So isn't that like that would be some heavy insight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what I saw?
Okay, please.
Which I said, that's weird. So usually I get an icing cake, which means you're trying to fix it all. You're trying to smooth it all over. But then all of a sudden in the middle, the cake broke open. And so it's like trying to, and I don't know how this really kind of fits. So that's why I said this is weird. And then so we grabbed more icing and they're trying to make it fit and put it all together and make it look nice. And go ahead, what's that mean?
No, you're what you're talking about.
Oh, but it's like, you know, what they keep showing me is like you're trying to make this cake, put it back together again, put those pieces back together again and make it look at all pretty and nice. At what point, Tisha, do you just go, it's broken? Does that make sense to you? What does that card mean? Because I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll get to it when I.
She always does that. She pulls them cards out on me. But does that make sense, Tisha, to you? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because it's like, for some reason, I feel like I'm just trying to fix things and put it back together and make it look nice and be okay. And it's not. It's a broken cake. It's a busted up cake, and I can't make it look pretty.
Is Tisha here? I haven't seen her comment.
Yep, not really.
What is that? Oh, she's saying she doesn't really understand?
Okay. No.
All right.
What does your cards mean?
Well, you know, the center of it is the 10 of Wands. And it's like she's been working on something and sometimes almost like, you know, forcing the river, maybe? Is that what you were describing a little bit?
Yeah.
Trying to force it, being a little forceful there. But let's get the whole reading here. I have this deeper understanding coming in from what they were showing me. It's almost like it's a real spiritual shift for you, Tisha. Mm-hmm. Something. It's different than expansion. It's a knowing. It's a something to do with that. But
you have like leveling up times 5.
The what?
I got leveling up times 5.
Oh, okay. And then you have the 8 of Cups there. The 8 of Cups is someone who has chosen to go out on their own and really seek something out. Okay, and that's good. But then you turn into the 10 of Wands, and it's become something.
Yes, I feel very different.
Yeah, so it's like don't push the river, allow it to happen. Then you're moving into the Star card here. Okay.
And I think the cake and the icing and all of that means that you're going to be different. And so don't put don't understand that you're going to change. So don't think you're going to be the same person afterwards when you get through with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And so have faith. So when the star comes in after all this, Spirit's saying, have faith. It is happening. Don't try to push the river. Have faith. This is part of, and then I turn the deck upside down. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune coming in and Justice. There's a lot of major arcana here in this short little reading. So with the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice coming in there, this is destiny coming in. This is a major transition happening for you. This is a good thing. This is good movement. This is good change. And it's bringing in this balance and truth. Okay? It's bringing in justice. It's bringing in balance and truth. So, yeah, it's also stepping you into the Queen of Wands at the other side of this, the Queen of Wands energy coming in there. So stepping into who you are, fire, creative, intuitive.
Yeah. I think 5 cards out of the Osha Zen. And this is, be careful that you're not trying to control situations and certain things. And it goes back to swimming upriver. It goes back to, the broken cake, I guess you could say. It's like there are certain things that you're not going to be able to fix. There are certain things that you are not going to be able to handle. Right. So control, exactly. So control what you can. Hi, Sharon Sipe. It's very important that you be creative. Creativity is going to be really important for you when we're creative, and this is for all of us. When you find that thing that really makes your brain quiet, that's when you get closer to spirit. So be creative. There's going to be a lot of success coming your way, but you got to pay attention to your inner voice and be gentle with yourself and compromise. Compromise is going to be really important in this time. So the 2 main things are control and compromise. Try not to have control over everything and compromise. And they keep saying, don't swim upriver. Don't swim upriver.
Okay, so Kathleen suggested I pull some oracle cards since I heard the word oracle. So here we go. Surrender to setting limits. Don't set limits on this because it's bigger. We can't even wrap our mind around it while we're reading it. So it's important. Don't try to wrap your mind around it. It's one of those things you may hear me a lot saying, harness that. It's almost like, don't even try to harness it yet. Don't do that. Surrender to setting those limits. Okay.
Yeah.
And then surrender fear. If there's any fear involved with this, if fear comes from false something appearing
real.
And so let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. So again, just don't push the river. Just going with the flow and surrender any type of fear attached with that. And then the other card coming in is surrendering any defensiveness. Don't stay away from being on the defensive.
Mm-hmm.
It brings you stepping into your empowerment. If you're in defensive mode, you can't step into your empowerment. So step into your empowerment with that. So those are the oracle cards coming in for you. Blessings to you, Tisha. Keep us posted. This is a big
deal
transformation for you. Yeah.
Woot woot.
Okay, so this is our last one, I think, right?
I believe so. And then I was told to pull a,
Oh, for Tisha?
No, for the group.
Oh, for the group. Okay.
For all of us. So
okay, so we'll do
that last.
Okay.
Sharon Lee, recent got a nasty text from my ex. Complaining Jordan called me mom. What does Jordan think? Sharon, what I keep hearing is don't own anything that doesn't belong to you. Your ex is going through some stuff.
Yeah, remember, we're all in this pressure cooker. Not just us here, but everybody.
So
everybody will respond differently for sure.
Yeah. And so you can't own it. Own what you think is your truth. By all means, you don't want to go walking around saying, oh, I didn't do anything wrong, but don't own that. I just keep hearing, don't own that.
How old is Jordan?
Jordan was if I'm correct, Jordan was the stepson who passed away, remember? Am I correct? I contacted my ex that Jordan was visiting the channel. Okay. And thought she would benefit from healing from Jordan too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong. Sorry.
No, Jordan, you're right. Jordan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just keep hearing don't own that.
So is that okay then? I mean, Sharon, can you ask, what would you like to know? I'm confused now. Yes, when he was 13. I know who Jordan is. I got confused. Sorry, because of the way it was asked. I thought that there's some
the ex is mad because Jordan's calling her mom. And she wants to know, is that okay with Jordan? That's how I took it.
So Sharon wants to know if Jordan can tell her what is going on with the ex. So, okay. I don't know why I'm so confused about this question. Sorry, guys.
Well, it's our last one too.
Yeah, I just got kind of thrown off the initial part of the question. So you reached out to your ex. She didn't respond well. And so kind of want to know, is there something going on that you need to know? Maybe, possibly, and maybe Jordan can help.
He called me mom. I did not initiate it.
Okay. Well, why wouldn't he call her mom, though? That's kind of where I'm at.
And I honestly, over and over and over, Sharon, what I keep hearing is, don't own that. So I get like, it's different up there, because I call you mom doesn't mean that I go ahead and I don't love her anymore. And she almost feels like, when you break up with your ex and your ex still talks to your family and you're mad about that, it's kind of like, just because you break up with the ex doesn't mean the ex doesn't have relationships with you. So that's what I'm hearing. It's like, you can't own that. She's going through her own stuff. She's, and if you put the olive branch out, I think I have him here. He feels familiar. I feel like I've talked to him before, but I just feel like I just keep seeing him saying 3D. She's going through 3D things, and, just allow her to be her. you know, you know, just because I called you mom doesn't mean that anything more than you were that figure for him for a while.
Okay. So I do have him here. So I decided I didn't have to wrap my mind around the question. Since
that's nice.
I'm having so much trouble. Sorry, guys. So, but yeah, so I just decided I'm just going to talk to Jordan then. So he started out and he's showing me he's like at a pond and he's showing me a stick touching the pond and this going on with that the wavelengths of and, you know how when you do that and the wavelengths from that and so I asked deeper about that symbol and he's like it's a reaction of from her pain. So her reaction towards you, whatever it was, because I still can't wrap my mind around is that so whatever that was, he is showing it's like it went straight from the heart, the pain of loss. So her pain, she is filtering what you said through her pain and her loss of whatever,
Yeah.
this is. So her response to you is out of pain. It has nothing to do with you in particular or anything like that. He's just saying, he just keeps pointing to her pain and her reaction is from that pain, from the loss. It's kind of like, and then it just kind of like, I'm hearing, it's like she wants to hear from him. But her reaction to you is from pain. So if you want to know what's going on with her, there's a lot of pain still. And again, we're in this pressure cooker. It's all gonna be exposed. We can't hide stuff anymore. It's being squished out in all different ways.
And I have to jump in here because I'm being told you need to understand that they want to go back to what Debbie said a while ago, that someone may come into your life to bring up those things, to trigger you, for you to look at that. That doesn't make them your enemy. That doesn't make them a bad person. It just, that may have been what they signed up for. So understand, Sharon Lee, that maybe this needed to happen so that she could look at these things, so that she could heal. But that's on her, you put the olive branch out there and they literally are going like this, like you put it out. It's up to her what she decides to do like this. So.
Yeah. When she's ready, for sure. Either the channel or just have her contact me directly, Sharon, or Karen, whoever.
No, I would say Jordan has always come in very strong for you. Always.
He's showing me closer up to what's going on, Sharon, and he's showing me, and she's kind of looking down, and this is metaphor probably, but kind of looking down, and he's trying to have her look up to a better place. Look over here, not focus here, look here, because you're missing out on life and so much. And he keeps trying to get her to look in a different direction, but she just isn't ready to look that direction, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Tisha, thank you. Blessings to you.
So much.
So he's there with her and really working and bringing that light in to try to get her to, but it's all her journey of healing. It's a tough one. So I am going to be praying for her for sure.
Yes, definitely. All right. Thank you for all of you guys that were able to donate. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Blessings. In fact, I'll put this up here. Hugging you, Sharon. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
You're trying to reach out to give her some hope and some love and what you feel like when Jordan comes in for you. Miss Lady.
Aw, thank you.
Things. Thanks, ladies, for all you do. I can't always be in the chats, but I know we're praying, sending you light, love, and healing, Miss Lady. Keep us posted, okay?
Yep.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, you were going to read your postcard for everyone.
I went and picked one, and then I got told another one. So I was like, seriously? So the first one has to do with manifesting. And it says, Dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest a life for your highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all of your desires, no matter what kind, like magic sea pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and to grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seed of positive intentions take the wind. Your desires count, and you are worthy of them. They are initially co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes through for the deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways that you cannot possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to have supported you. That's the first one. The next one was, Dearest you.
Renee. Thank you, Renee. Blessings to you.
Oh, thank you, Renee. Dearest you, you have a unique purpose and a destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that that destiny is not a destination. You don't have to arrive at some special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also paradoxically one with the world, individual, yet part of a great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where you are saying you are on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul, check in with your spirit, and keep going. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you.
Ah, I love that. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's beautiful. Yay.
Spirit loves you. Life loves you.
It's
We love you.
Yeah. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you.
Write that down, guys. Let that be your mantra this week.
Yep.
Love it.
I will post it in Way Showers.
Oh, yes, please. That's awesome. So you guys, happy Super Bowl Sunday. And please take care of yourselves. And remember the Way Showers. If you're not in there, please find us on Facebook. It's a group that it's this community, and it's the in-between. So if you need to reach out, or just want to say hi, or share joy, or need prayers or however, this community continues to be together even when we're not here on live. So please check that out, and you are all welcome.
Yep.
Yeah, so gosh, it's always hard to say goodbye because I just enjoy hanging out with everybody here. So blessings to you all. And next time we'll see you is Tuesday on Karen's channel. Oh,
This channel. So Karen Elizabeth Sage Healers. So much love to you guys. And remember, just be gentle with yourselves. We're all in this pressure cooker. We're all here for a purpose.
Yep.
So much love to you all.
Hugging you all. We'll see you all next time. And thank you, Lucienne, and everybody in the...
All the moderators, thank you for always having our back, and Lucy especially for helping us out.